They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Michel wiggles free. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On third down, a run from White.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So now on fourth down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Usually
whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. When you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Check 25, check 25. Check 52's the mark.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Mike.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's second down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. On 3rd down, Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Brady gives to Michelle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Brady's throw into the hands of Harry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. 36, 36.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check it out, read. Hey, go 66.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it here with Perine. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that change.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point. And a lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, in a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Brady going to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. First down, here's White. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now.
Ravens 20, Patriots 13. Stephen Gostkowski set the kickoff.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Dorsett on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Everett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Again, it's Michelle. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Regular. Rush in. Check it. Check the backer. 450.
Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts. 76 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On play action, it's Brady. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a third down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's taken at around the 40. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brady is going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Brady flush to his right. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Now Jackson on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Flushed out right. 27 yards there, a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Man open left side is Brown. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Here we go. Down to lose one. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slant route caught by Edelman. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Here's Brady to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Get him. Goal 50. Check smooth. 40 to Mike. I'm coming up.
Brady now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. They
go back to the ground with Smith. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Check my 40. Check my 40. Come on. You better bring it.
Check 31. Check 31. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, check it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Come on, baby.
Until week